Thanks for joining us on this edition of the Council Recap. Council met Monday, November 19th, 5:30 in the Council Chambers. First item of business was welcoming a few new patrol officers to the City of Austin. Ryan McCormick and Joshua Bradley will be joining our department. This takes us to full strength for our department, so it was nice to welcome them on with the city. Next item of business was approving bid openings and awards. A main pump house at the wastewater treatment facility, new electrical system. Total cost of that project $64,394. Been a 40-year-old system, so it's time to make those improvements and make sure it's reliable. Next item of business was accepting the results for the 2018 elections. Jeff Austin won at the at-large seat, moving from his role on First Ward to at-large. Rebecca Waller took over for the First Ward seat. Joyce Pashusta on Third Ward, and Jason Baskin will be Second Ward. So we'll welcome them aboard at the first part of the year. Congratulations to them. We also moved on granting off-sale liquor licenses to several entities within the community. These are also approved by the state, so we approve those and then they go on to the state for their approval. Other ones that are on sale would be just approved locally before the beginning of the year. So moved on, we had approval of the 5-year capital improvement plan. This is a substantive plan which outlines future expenditures and a planning document for this city. Tom Dankert went over those details and council approved that plan. That kind of encapsulates the budget process as well as moving forward to long-term improvements the city will be looking at. We didn't waive our statutory tort limits. That was another item on the agenda. League of Minnesota Cities Insurance Trust covers the insurance for the city. Those tort limits are waived unless we take actions otherwise, so we wanted to do that to protect the financial interest of the city. We also had an ICM agreement with Minnesota Freezer Warehouse. They use an evaporation system for cooling at their facility, so that ends up costing them a little bit more in sewer charges because sewer charges are based on water usage. So we wanted to try to get a better and more accurate handle on what their sewer charges would be. They'll be installing some meters and provided a formula for a plan through 2021. Council approved that as a fair and equitable manner to treat them for their water versus sewer usage and charges for it. So council approved that, being business friendly. We reappointed Mary Lindgren to the Austin-Mower County Home Ownership Board. We also accepted a grant of $5,630 from the Department of Natural Resources with a local match of $703. We appreciate the Parks and Recreation Department looking for grants, so that'll be helpful. Council approved that grant award. We also had a street assessment for a project on 4th Drive Southwest, which is a standard process for the city for assessment of improvements. We also got a grant from the fire department for a forcible entry simulator. So that came from Firehouse Subs and Safety Foundation, so that was nice to get that award as well. We also had roof repair at the library. The roof's is about 22 years old, and part of our 5-year capital improvement plan that I mentioned earlier will have replacement, but we approved a temporary fix with Kiker Brothers to make sure we address some leaking at the library. We had some hazardous structure and some other junk and illegally stored vehicles at a couple properties. Council approved those, and that wrapped up the council meeting. If you have questions on these or any other items, please don't hesitate to give me a call. 437-9941. Would love to hear from you. Otherwise, hope you have a great holiday Thanksgiving with your family.